keep this show moving. Our next comedian has a one-man show coming up called Manic Impressive. Let's give it up for Tristan Miller.
Oh, I can't shake this feeling deep inside of me. Depression. Thank you. Off to a great start bringing it down, but also up at the same time. I am mentally ill. Don't worry, I keep it light about half the time because I'm bipolar. Being bipolar has its ups and downs. Being bipolar is interesting because the comorbidity rate, which sounds like the cost of a suicide pact, it's not. The comorbidity rate is incredibly high. Comorbidity is when there's more than one instance of an illness in a patient. So, if you're bipolar like me, number one, fuck off. I want my own personal brand of mental illness. Thank you. Number two, don't you wish your girlfriend was bipolar like me? Not so much. Number three, if you're bipolar like me, you're more likely to have anxiety, depression, and ADHD. If that wasn't already clear, soon you will see that that is the case. And it's difficult having anxiety and depression at the same time, because on the one hand you have depression that goes, I just want to die. And on the other hand you have anxiety that goes, but what if you do? Whereas having ADHD is kind of fun. It's like being part of the most disorganized army unit to ever exist. It's just like, I don't know what I've been told, I don't know what I've been told. I don't know what I've been told, I don't know what I've been told. Who was right, who could say, I wasn't listening anyway. Ooh, what? So, I get anxious and I hate anxiety. I don't understand it because it's just fear for stupid people. It's stupid fear. Fear makes sense. Fear is like, that man has a gun. Anxiety, that man could have a gun. Republicans, give that man a gun. Give that man a gun. Give that man a gun. No. Really, a mentally ill person trying to get more gun control. Fascinating. Ooh. But I got anxious at work the other day, and my mind was just like, if my mind could breathe. It was like, hey babe, what's going on? So, I call myself babe in my head. I do, because I've done CBT, which is not the kink you're thinking of. Though there is a kink called CBT, do not look it up. Look it up. Do not look it up. Look it up. So anyway, I've done CBT. Cognitive Behavioral Cock and Ball Torture. Cognitive behavioral therapy, in which you learn to treat yourself like a friend you like. So if you're a friend of mine, I'm going to call you babe or boss or sweetheart when I want to be condescending. Only the women laugh at that joke, wonder why. So I call myself all these things in my own mind. I was like, hey babe, what's going on? Well, I don't think you realize how difficult this job is. You have to remember what people want to eat and then write it down. And what happened to the days we used to sit around a table and have supper instead of dinner, and when did we start calling it dinner instead of supper, and what happened to the America I grew up with? Okay, let's not project your personal problems onto the American public. We already got a guy for that. Every guy does that. I'm doing it right now. And we call it art, but when a woman does it, we call it a trick. And I never much care for that. That's Annie Oakley about gunplay, but it's also applicable to stand-up comedy. So it's like, hey boss, it's okay, this moment, it cannot last forever. Well, that's not true. Well, what do you mean? Well, if you think about it, we can only experience one moment at a time, so life is just a series of small moments that make up a larger moment, much like a binary system, but the only thing that's actually happening that's going on truly right now is what's going on right now, and you don't know when that is going to end, and the only way it does is when you die, and I don't know when that's going to happen, and I live in constant fear! Okay, sweetheart. Sorry, I got weird. Even Descartes would have been like, oh, that is too much. I think, therefore I am. You think too much, therefore you are neurotic. Boom, roasted, renegade out. And then he flies away. I got a mind like a platypus. You look at it and you go, it functions, but why God do it that way? That's not true. There's no God. Maybe there is, maybe there's not. Kind of feels like, anyway, so, all right. But it's a slippery slope. People calling yourself all these pleasant things in your mind, babe, boss, sweetheart, Jennifer. Whatever does it for you, whatever makes you feel good about yourself that doesn't hurt other people. It's a slippery slope because at what point does it just become, well, what's the matter, precious? All the thoughts not going very well, no, what to do. I don't know, we will go to an open mic. Yes, in a workshop of your concepts. And if they don't laugh, then they're fuck 'em.